difference in my life. So having weekends completely work free is like genuinely up until this year, I didn't do that. So I'm finding that it's made such a huge difference in my mental state. And then Monday hits and I'm just like, oh, this is wonderful. I'm feeling really clear and I'm feeling refreshed and renewed. And then I get to spend uninterrupted time with my kids. So I don't know what everybody else's experience has been in terms of, I know most of the people in here have a business. But even if you haven't, just that work-life balance can be so overwhelming sometimes to find like that kind of equilibrium that we're all looking for. And so I had my first child. Well, he's 15 now. And when he was born, I started my first business. Like it's around that time. So it was actually a bit before. But so I've been like trying to deal with this work-life balance for their entire lives. And it is hard to kind of manage those two. It's really difficult to like I've always worked from home or had my kids involved, and it's like how do you give each thing the attention that it deserves? And it's really tricky. So boundaries. Okay, so this week's meditation is all about the chakras, and I've done some chakra meditations before in the group, but I think I just kind of touched on it. This one is going to be like a full activation with movement and breath and a whole range of things. This is also really good for Tantra. So I am giving you a gift because this is not just for personal activation. If you do this with your partner, this can be really great for creating connection between you two, especially if you feel like you've been disconnected a little bit before sex or just in general. It's a really good way to kind of breathe together and help to activate the energy within you. And then it turns you on. It's good. So that's not the only reason, obviously. Like the activation of energy is something that's very personal as well. We need to have an activation of inner energy in order to feel vital, in order to feel healthy and alive. And sometimes when we slip into a state of overwhelm or of anxiety or even into depression where our energy is really down low, it creates stagnation in the flow of energy through the system. And really so many things can create that stagnation. But we need to kind of cleanse that and open and to become aware again of our true power, our potential that exists within. And the chakras are also linked to physiological systems in the body. So they're linked to nerve plexuses in the body. So we've got these 7 core chakras that we're going to be moving through. And even though a lot of this is energy work and really starting to touch into the more subtle layers of self, of consciousness, it's also very much scientifically based because it is also linked to nervous system activity, the way that we actually innervate different systems of the body. And so when we breathe in certain ways, when we open certain areas of the body, when we focus attention and breath and energy into those spaces, we can really affect all layers of consciousness. So we can affect our physiological layer of consciousness, we can affect our energetic, our mental. We can even move into the deepest layers of self, which are creative and then also deeply connected to divine consciousness or unity consciousness. So it's a really powerful practice to open up and to get these energy centers cleansed and then activated. So we're going to be doing this. You can either do this seated or standing, but please not laying down. And there's a really good reason for that. Just get myself situated. We want the spine to be nice and long because the way that the chakras are situated, they're essentially right in front of the spine. And so when we can sit up or stand up really really tall and lengthen that, we naturally start to bring those energy centers into alignment. And then it creates a natural flow already. And so you'll find when you're feeling kind of down or not feeling great, then we tend to have like a really relaxed and kind of slumpy posture. And one very quick and simple way to help to bring more energy into the system is to sit up or to stand up really straight. And we do this by rooting down through the hips, so feeling ourselves connected down below, and then lifting up through the spine and the top of the head. So that really elongates the spine. So start by doing that. And then allow the spine to have its natural curve. So this will be in the hips. The hips tilt forward slightly, and that gives the natural curve in the lower back. And then on at the upper back, so at the kind of when we're getting to the cervical area, it will naturally kind of curve back on itself. So what we do is we roll the shoulders back and down just to help to soften into the shoulders, and then we let them go. So you don't need to hold them in any position. The focus is on the hips rooting down and the top of the head pulled up with the chin slightly tucked. So let's just breathe here in this position for a few breaths. So breathe in through the nose all the way down. Exhale out the mouth. Good. So inhale in through the nose, all the way down through the central channel, all the way down into the root, into the base of the spine. Exhale, that breath comes back up and out. So let's do a few more breaths just like that. And really soften the belly as you do this. So there's no holding of the belly. And check your posture. Make sure that you still have that nice, long, extended spine. The chin is tucked. The hips are rooted down. Really expand the belly. Good. Okay. Now we're going to focus our attention on the root, on Muladhara chakra, which is the base of the spine, close to the perineum, so in front of the sacral area. And so in this area, we imagine, we see, we visualize the color red. And this extends all the way down into the legs, into our base, into the earth. And this chakra, this energy center, is all about grounding. It's about connecting us into earth energy, into stability, structure, support, foundation. We need this. We need this really stable foundation, this base, in order to activate the other chakras. And so I invite you to inhale in to that chakra. So imagine it coming into the front. And then as you exhale, the breath comes back out. So we inhale and tilt the pelvis forward. Shine the heart forward. Exhale, tilt the pelvis back. So we're rocking with this. So inhale forward, but really focus on this chakra. And you can go fast or you can go slow with this, just depending on how much activation you want. Inhale forward, exhale back. And it can help if you visualize that light energy coming in and out with the breath. So you inhale in that red light energy, exhale out. Good. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral spine. Okay, so just tune in again to this area and just feel into what this activation is doing in your body, in both your physical, your energetic body as well. I often feel like an aliveness, a tingling, an opening, sometimes swirling. Sometimes emotions might come up as our areas are being cleansed. And now we move our attention up. This is below the belly button. We're going into the sacral chakra. And this sacral chakra is the area of our sexual energy, our really deeply creative space. It has the color orange. And so this is Svadhisthana. And in this space, we're going to be rocking forward, very similar to what we did, but we're going to be focusing more on the belly button area, just below that area. So as we inhale forward, we really let the belly expand. And as we exhale back, we pull just very gently back into that rock in our lower body. So inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale, bring in that orange light energy. Exhale back. Keep that going. And so our sacral chakra, this area of our sexuality and our creative nature, is really an area that gets strongly blocked when we are feeling repressed sexually, or when we are feeling like we're stuck out of creativity. So we're just focusing on, doing and not being. So it's really helpful to open this, to expand into this area. If we're feeling any blocks here, and the blocks might be generational, it can be ancestral trauma that's being passed down. It can be something that's just happened recently, such as, all of these big shifts with coronavirus. A lot of people have moved into only that survival mechanism that is part of that root chakra. So keep breathing. And so that will often block us from creativity and from some of the higher chakras. And so this will help to activate creativity and sexuality again. Just a few more here. Orange light energy. Good. Come back to neutral spine. Okay, so feel in again. Feel into this area, this chakra, Svadhisthana, or sacral chakra. What are you noticing? What are you feeling? What are you sensing? And now we move ourselves up in terms of our awareness into our solar plexus. The solar plexus is located above the belly button, just below the ribs. So there's the sternal, it's the xiphoid process. So if you go down the center of the rib cage all the way to the very tip, it's just below that area. And if you've ever been winded, you'll know this space. It feels very sensitive in here. It's also the area where your diaphragm is. And so when we open up this chakra, Manipura, we can really help to increase our lung capacity and our ability to breathe more deeply. And so in this chakra, this is the color yellow. And so as we breathe in the color yellow here. And as you breathe out the color yellow. So shine that forward on your inhale. Exhale back. So Manipura is the seat of our personal power. And so when we feel like we don't have personal power, we might feel an ache here, or we might feel a closing, or we might find ourselves really sinking in to protect that space. But when we stand up nice and tall, when we shine our chest and our solar plexus forward, we're activating this chakra. This is also an area that I find is really deeply connected to intuition because our personal power is really divinely gifted. And so when we're standing very truthfully in this space, when we are true to ourselves, which is what it means to be in personal power, in our integrity, we are a very clear channel for what is true beyond us. We're a very clear channel for divine. And so we can feel this. This is like the gut instinct. It relates to our small intestines and our stomach. Keep breathing. Really expand into the belly here, and that will help to fill the lungs. It will help to soften in and strengthen your diaphragm. Yellow light energy. Good, one more. Good, come back to center, come back to neutral. And always checking in after each of these. So are you starting to feel a little bit lightheaded? Are you starting to feel like there's more oxygen in the body? Are you noticing any shifts in the way that your body feels? Any shifts in the way that the energy in your form feels? Are you noticing emotions, memories, images, symbols? Now we draw our awareness up to our heart chakra. This is located in the center of the chest, but just below the breastbone, and it fills our entire chest space, Anahata chakra. The color here is traditionally green, but you can also invoke the color of light pink. So this is a common one that people use. So green or light pink, whatever kind of calls to you. And so as you inhale in, really shine that chest forward. Exhale, draw the chest back. Inhale. Good. Exhale back. So keep up with that breath. Inhale. Fill the chest. And so our Anahata chest heart chakra is all about love, kindness, compassion, connection. It's also the center point of the chakra system within the body. So it's the connection point between the lower chakras and the upper chakras. And I find that this is a space that really is powerful for connecting, for balancing all of the chakras. So oftentimes I'll do energy work in this heart chakra specifically. And I'm doing a course with Heart Math right now, and they talk about heart coherence. And so breathing deeply into the heart can help to really regulate and even out the heartbeat, which balances the nervous system and the flow of energy. It helps to bring balance to the entire body. It's also the connection point between our outer world and our inner world. So to divine. So I feel like this is like the center, the nexus point of our entire human experience. Let's do a few more here. One more. Good. Come back to balance, back to center, and check in. How are you feeling? What are you sensing? What are you noticing? We now draw our awareness up to our throat, up to Vishuddhi chakra. This is our throat chakra that is really the seat of communication, of openness, of truth. And we can invoke the color blue. It can be a really dark blue. It can be a vibrant blue, whatever calls to you here. And so making sure that chin is tucked slightly. As we inhale, we lift the chin up and shine that throat forward. Exhale, draw the chin back in. Inhale up. Exhale, chin back. Inhale. Bring in that blue light energy. Exhale out. Inhale, open up the lines of communication. Exhale, soften into this space. Inhale in truth, the ability to share truthfully, honestly, in integrity. Really soften into this space. So if you're feeling any clenching, I often feel a tightness in here when I breathe into this space. Really see if you can relax into the muscles of your throat. They're very small, all of the neck muscles that support the throat. A couple more here. One more. Good, back to neutral. Yeah, for me, that creates a lot of tension in my jaw, and I can feel a tightness and a dryness in my throat. Just watch and witness your experience. Just notice and trust that the activation of this space will reveal information, will reveal the energy clearing that's needed. And now draw your awareness up to your third eye. This is a space in between your eyebrows, just slightly above. And this is a light sensitive area. So they call it the third eye because it is the seat of our higher intuition. This is the seat of our true sight. So we see with our eyes, that's our physical sense of sight. And then we have this third eye that can see things very clearly as they are in truth. It's also light sensitive. And because of that, this can activate an area in the brain called the pineal gland, which can release a whole bunch of really powerful chemicals, and including melatonin. So it actually regulates our sleep, which is why it's so important that we don't have a lot of light at night. And it also, we can go into depth here later, but it will actually help to release endogenous DMT in the body, which has been called the God chemical or the spirit molecule. And so as we inhale into this space, you can envision the color purple. So inhale the forehead forward, exhale back. Really shine that third eye forward. Exhale back. And as you inhale, imagine that light coming all the way in and touching that pineal gland. Purple light energy coming in, violet into the center of the brain. Our true sight, our ability to see things as they are, is really a powerful gift. When we activate this chakra, when we become really clear in this energy center, it reveals truths to us that may feel uncomfortable or it may feel really familiar. The key here is to be with whatever is revealed. To see without judging. And so this might reveal ways that you have held yourself back. It may reveal directions and choices that you need to take. It's always in alignment with your highest and best. One more here. Good. Back to neutral, back to center. And one more. We're going to be drawing our awareness up to the top of the head, just above the skull. This is our crown chakra, Sahasrara. And this is our connection to divine universal energy. And so you can envision this as brilliant white light energy or a gold light energy. And we're not going to be doing any movements, but rather we're going to be sitting in our very elongated posture. And as we inhale in, we welcome in this beautiful, brilliant divine light energy in through the top of the head. And as we exhale, we allow this energy to really move through the entire body. So inhale in, exhale to allow this energy to incorporate, to really bathe your entire physical and energetic body with divine energy. Two more breaths here. Good. And now I invite you to really feel into your entire physical and energetic body. Just tune in and be with the messages, be with the opening, be with that flow of energy. Good. Now we'll close this practice by drawing hands to heart. So you can either place one hand over the other or prayer position, really connecting into this center of your chakra system, intending balance, intending that we maintain this activation, this opening of our energy centers, this flow of movement, flow of energy freely through the body. And this balancing, this equilibrium that we've created in the physical and energetic body. May this come into your daily actions, your thoughts, your beliefs. And offer yourself gratitude now, gratitude for showing up to practice. Really tuning into this present moment, which always holds this energy of gratitude, of deep appreciation and acceptance for what is. And gratitude for everybody who is practicing in community right now, practicing meditation together. I am so deeply grateful for your presence. And gratitude for your larger community, for all of the people, for all of the supports that you receive, for all of the lessons that you learn, for everything that is designed to support you. Just bow your head slightly, and I offer you the blessing of gratitude, the blessing of thankfulness for being in practice with me, the light in me that is so brilliant right now, so activated, so open, sees this same light in you. It recognizes the same, it recognizes the truth. And I salute that light within you. Namaste. So when you feel ready to kind of come back to this space, you can move back through the senses. It's a really beautiful way to orient yourself again. So start to hear sounds around you. Start to visualize the room that you're in. And when you feel ready, then you can lift your eyes and come back to the space, opening your eyes. Mm. Thank you so much to everybody who is able to join me in practice. That was a bit of a longer practice today. And as I mentioned at the beginning, this chakra activation can be used in a lot of different ways. So it can be used for your own energy activation and balance and cleansing. It can also be used in terms of partner connection. So it's really great to do before sex. It's really great to do if you just want to establish connection with your partner. It is a really powerful practice for getting in touch with this energy body, this energy system. So thank you so, so much for practicing with me today. The next one will be next Monday. I'm not sure what the theme is going to be yet. If you're ever looking for certain types of meditation, I've taught pretty much all of them. So definitely reach out if there's something that you want in particular, and we will practice together. Have such a beautiful day and week to come.